What's up guys, Jason, McCammon, IQ Fit. We're gonna talk about water this week. Water, extremely important, right? Now you guys have probably heard some of the stats on water. What does it make up? They say like 70% of our body weight as far as the actual weight goes. Actually, that's a little inaccurate, believe it or not. If you actually count all the cellular water, for example, like a muscle cell way inside, intracellular water, we actually are comprised of, I believe it's closer to about 96, 97% water. Kid you not, crazy, right? Even our bones have water in them. It's everywhere. Really, really important. So, generally speaking, I've looked at a lot of different things. They've got there's a Harvard water calculator out there. There's all kinds of elite dietitians that have done calculations. And really, you know what I found? It's pretty simple. And this is a way you can just kind of guesstimate, and usually it's pretty accurate. It's pretty simple. It's just half your weight in ounces, okay? So take your body weight. I'm just gonna throw out there, let's say 200-pound person, roughly 100 ounces of water per day is then consumed, because again, 200 pounds divided by 2 is 100, and then that's the number of ounces. Give you a reference though, a gallon's about 128 ounces. So that's a person that's 200 pounds is consuming just a little under a gallon. Now you do have to dial it in a little bit individually. In the wintertime, if you're not outside as much, maybe not exerting as much, maybe you can back it off a little bit. And how do we know that? Well, if you're urinating clear, like crystal clear every hour or two, that might be a little too much, right? Again, I'm not giving you medical advice here, but just as an educational thing, you can't drink too much. And if your urine's consistently super clear, simply means you're just diluting everything, and your body has to work to always constantly balance your electrolytes. So you could probably back off a little bit. Conversely though, let's say it's summertime, or you're just in a sport, maybe you're playing a tennis tournament one weekend, whatever, you're gonna maybe have to increase that a little bit again to get that urine at least more of a, a light yellow color there. That's just the best way to figure it out, guys, versus going to all these calculations and things. It can be a little overwhelming. But anyway, another thing I want you guys to remember is water, plain water should be your first choice, but it can get boring, right? So some products like True Lemon, you can find on Amazon or Kroger, and they've expanded in the last several years to have all kinds of different flavors. It's awesome. It is a low calorie, not no calorie, but it's very low calorie, a couple grams of sugar, but I'm more of rather you do something that's has a little real sugar than artificial. It also has a little stevia in it, and I think a good shot of vitamin C. So it's tasty. So True Lemon's good. I've also liked to see Life Water is a good low calorie or no calorie beverage. Vitamin Water Zero is really good. You can even get into your green teas, some decaf coffees. Even caffeinated coffee is still water, but we'll talk about caffeine later. Not a huge fan of a lot of caffeine. But change it up a little bit. Another big one is, especially it's a detox and empty stomach first thing in the morning, is something I do almost every day, is I squeeze a whole fresh lemon with a little Himalayan sea salt in a glass, drink about 20, 25 ounces on an empty stomach. That's actually, believe it or not, it's really a cleanse for all your organs, but especially the liver, and you're gonna alkalize the first thing in the morning, okay guys? So work on that hydration, really get that down. It's so important, and a lot of the effects of dehydration are gonna be brain fog, headaches, joint aches, because you don't have hydration in your joints. They're gonna ache, they're gonna have more friction in them. And overall performance can go way down. For an athlete, by the way, just a 2% drop in water levels throughout the body, it can equal a 30% performance drop. Yes, 2% down in water was just a few pounds, 30% reduction in performance. And if you're a competitive athlete, that pretty much means you've lost, honestly. I mean, even if you lose 5%, you might lose the contest. So remember, you gotta stay hydrated, guys, okay? Just watch out for your sugary beverages like a Gatorades and things like that. I really only recommend those at really extreme hot weather. Otherwise, we can do something like a coconut water. This is exceptional. Coconut water is unbelievable for rehydrating with some natural sugars and very high amount of magnesium and potassium, all right? So, all right, get out there and get your water and make it a habit, and we'll see you soon.